Welcome to this special video where we will explore one of the most astonishing topics, the preservation of Pharaoh's body.
This topic has intrigued scientists and researchers for decades. In 1881, scientists discovered a mummified body believed to belong to Ramses II or Ramses III in the Valley of the Kings in Luxor, Egypt. Upon examination, it was revealed that the body had been exceptionally well preserved, despite being thousands of years old. The ancient Egyptian civilization's practice of mummification was one of the most advanced techniques for preserving bodies. Special chemical substances were used to prevent natural decay. In the 1981, the mummy was transported to France for further analysis, where scientists confirmed that the body remained in good condition due to advanced mummification techniques. An analytical of mummification in ancient Egypt. The process of mummification in ancient Egypt was one of the most advanced and intricate funerary rites in history.
It aimed to preserve the body after death to ensure the soul's continued existence in the afterlife.
According to Egyptian religious beliefs,
the practice wasn't just physical.
It involved complex rituals and spiritual beliefs.
Let's explore the detailed steps of mummification and how the discovery of Pharaoh's body revealed that he had died by drowning.
The reasons for mummification and ancient Egyptian beliefs.
The ancient Egyptians believed that a human being was made up of the body, the soul ba, and the personality ka.
After death, they thought the soul needed to return to the body, so preserving the body was crucial to ensuring the soul's passage to the afterlife. Mummification meant keeping the body intact, preventing it from decaying or decomposing. Note 2. Steps of the mummification process. Mummification typically took around 70 days. And while it evolved over time, the core steps remained relatively consistent.
Removing internal organs. The first step was extracting the internal organs that would decay quickly, such as the stomach, intestines, lungs, and liver. These organs were placed in special containers called canopic jars and buried with the mummy. Removing the brain. The brain was removed through the nose using long metal tools.
The Egyptians considered the brain less important than the heart. Drying the body. After removing the organs, the body was covered with natron and natural salt compound to dry it out completely. This process took around 40 days.
Stuffing the body. Once the body was dried, it was stuffed with materials like straw, linen, and aromatic substances to restore its natural shape.
Wrapping the body. Finally, the mummy was wrapped in layers of linen cloth, and sometimes resin was applied to the wrappings to aid in preservation. Note 3. Religious rituals accompanying mummification. Mummification was accompanied by many religious rituals, including prayers by the priests and the reading of the Book of the Dead to guide the soul through the afterlife. Amulets were placed between the wrappings to protect the deceased in their journey to the next world. When the pharaoh's mummified body was discovered, scientific studies began to determine how he had died and under what circumstances. The pharaoh mentioned in the Quran is believed to be either Ramses II or Merneptah, though more recent studies lean toward Merneptah.
Multiple examinations were conducted on the pharaoh's mummy by experts in mummification and forensic science. These included
X-rays. X-rays of the mummy showed multiple physical injuries, consistent with the narrative of him drowning while chasing the Israelites. Salt analysis. High levels of salt were found on the mummy, which indicates exposure to salty water, supporting the idea that the pharaoh drowned in the sea. Injury and bruising analysis. The body exhibited signs of injury and bruising, which could have been caused by the force of the water during the drowning or from hitting debris. Studies on the mummy revealed that the body had traces of substances indicating contact with salt water, supporting the drowning hypothesis. Furthermore, the condition of the mummy showed that the pharaoh had died suddenly, aligning with the idea of a sudden catastrophic event like drowning. These findings align with the Quranic narrative of the pharaoh's death by drowning while chasing Moses Ppuh and the Israelites. The Quran states, "So the drowning overtook him." Surah Yunus 90. In the same chapter, the Quran indicates that the pharaoh's body would be preserved as a sign. In its meaning, "So today, we will save you in body, that you may be to those who succeed you a sign." Surah Yunus 92. This verse suggests that Pharaoh's body would be preserved, a fact confirmed by the discovery of his remarkably well-preserved mummy. The mummification process in ancient Egypt was based on profound knowledge of anatomy and chemistry, and its primary goal was to preserve the body for eternal life in the afterworld. The discovery that Pharaoh died by drowning has been scientifically confirmed through modern examinations that revealed signs of drowning on his body.
These scientific facts align strikingly with the Quranic references, which predicted the preservation of Pharaoh's body long before these discoveries were made.
Profound impact on certain scientists, most notably Dr. Maurice Bucaille, a renowned French physician and surgeon. His book, The Bible, the Quran and Science, is one of the most famous works exploring the relationship between religious texts and modern scientific discoveries. Here is a detailed explanation of how the discovery of Pharaoh's body inspired Bucaille to embrace Islam.
In the 1981s, the mummified body of Ramses II, believed to be the pharaoh who pursued Moses, was transported to France for restoration and study.
Dr. Maurice Bucaille was part of the medical team assigned to examine the mummy. While studying the body, Bucaille was struck by several aspects, particularly the preservation of the body over thousands of years.
During the examination, scientists found clear signs that this pharaoh had died by drowning. There were indications of exposure to salt water, along with injuries consistent with being submerged in water.
What amazed Maurice Bucaille was the fact that the Quran explicitly mentioned the preservation of Pharaoh's body after his death by drowning, as a sign for those after him, a fact that was scientifically confirmed more than 1,400 years later.
Initially, Bucaille thought that this information might have been known to Arabs through the Torah or other historical sources.
However, upon further research, he discovered that neither the Torah nor other religious texts mention the preservation of Pharaoh's body in such detail. They only refer to his drowning. The pivotal moment for Bucaille came when he read the Quranic verse in its meaning. So today, we will save you in body that you may be to those who succeed you a sign. Surah Yunus 92.
He realized that the Quran spoke clearly about Pharaoh's body being saved, in a way that could not have been known by humans at the time of Prophet Muhammad. The concept of mummification or natural body preservation was not a known practice, nor could it have been observed without modern scientific methods.
This level of scientific accuracy in the Quran sparked Bucaille's curiosity and led him to explore Islam further.
Following this experience, Dr. Maurice Bucaille delved deeper into the Quran, studying it from a scientific perspective.
He began comparing the Quran with the Bible and other religious texts, only to find that the Quran contained numerous references to scientific facts that could not have been known at the time of its revelation. This led him to write his famous book, The Bible, the Quran and Science, where he concluded that the Quran does not contain any scientific errors, and in fact, aligns perfectly with modern scientific knowledge.
As a result of his studies and discoveries, Dr. Maurice Bucaille eventually embraced Islam.
He became a strong advocate for the scientific examination of religious texts, arguing that religious belief and scientific inquiry should go hand in hand.
His personal journey from skepticism to belief was rooted in the alignment between the Quran and scientific truths, which he believed demonstrated the divine origin of the Quran.
The discovery of Pharaoh's mummified body and the confirmation that he had died by drowning, followed by the preservation of his body,
had a profound influence on Dr. Maurice Bucaille.
It prompted him to explore the relationship between science and the Quran. After extensive research,
Bucaille concluded that the Quran contained scientific miracles that were unknown at the time of its revelation, ultimately leading him to convert to Islam.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell.
Share this video with your friends and let them discover the greatness of the Quran for themselves.